Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, how are you? I hope you all stay healthy at home. Now I would like to present my presentation, but before that I will introduce myself first. My name is Fitri Melinda from 5 APA, Public Sector Accounting at State Polytechnic of Sriwijaya. Okay, the title of my presentation is Introduction to Ethics. So let's start. Part A. What is ethics? This time I include two types of ethics, in general and in workplace. In general, ethics is a system of principles that helps us tell right from wrong, good from bad. Ethics can give real and practical guidance to our life. Ethical values, i.e. honesty, trustworthiness, responsibility, help guide us along a pathway to deal more effectively with ethical dilemmas by eliminating those behaviors that do not conform to our sense of right and wrong, our best rational interests without sacrificing others. In workplace ethics are the set of values, moral principles, and standards that need to be followed by both employers and employees in the workplace. It is the set of rules and regulations that need to be followed by staff of the workplace. These ethics are implemented by employers to foster both employee-to-employee relationships and employee-to-customer relationships. An organization may decide to put these ethics into writing or not. They are, however, meant to be followed. Next, there are several ethics to be aware in workplace. The first, obey the company's rules and regulations. Some common rules are tardiness, inappropriate dressing, language, etc. Due to the excitement of getting a new job, some employees do not properly read these rules and may end up differing them in the future. Next, communicate effectively. Effective communication is very important to avoid misunderstandings when dealing with issues in the workplace. Communicating effectively may mean different things to people at different points in time. Next, professionalism or standards. These standards should be held high and applied to every part of an employee's activity in the workplace. This should include the way they speak, kind of work they deliver, and their relationship with co-workers and customers. Next, respect your colleagues. It doesn't matter whether you are dealing with intern, a junior, janitor, etc. They should all be treated with respect. As a manager, treating your team members with respect will help improve their productivity. Next, so why we need to be ethical? Because it defines who we are individually and as a society. These are norms of behavior that everyone should follow. Our society might fall into chaos if we accept that each of us could pick and choose what the right thing to do is. Some people may lie, others may not do what they say they will do. Still others act irresponsibly and engage in harmful behavior. There is nothing wrong with pursuing one's own interest. However, an ethical person must be willing, at least sometimes, to place the interests of others ahead of self-interest because of our responsibility to a civil society. This is the moral point of view. Part B. Moral principles. Morality has to do with right and wrong, good and bad. Moral principles are ideals that we try to follow in our attempt to live right and be good people instead of bad. Some common examples of moral principles are honesty, respect, and kindness. If we accept these principles as worthy of guiding our life, then we try to be honest with people, show respect for them, and be kind to them. Most of us have some moral principles whether we know it or not. For example, if someone does something really nice for us, most of us will feel good and say thank you. This is the principle of gratitude, which we may have without really thinking about it. There are many different moral principles, and people will not always agree on which one should be followed. One person may think a moral principle is a good, and someone else may think it is bad. For example, the principle of paying a person back what they deserve for something they have done wrong may seem like a good principle to some people, but others may feel they need forgiveness or a second chance instead. Others still may think it depends on the person and situation. Part C. Challenge to morality. There are 4 challenges to morality. The first is egoism. Psychological egoism is a descriptive theory, meaning that it describes something based on observation and leaves it at that. Ethical egoism is the theory that a moral action is one that is based in self-interest. The next is relativism. Ethical relativism is the theory that holds that morality is relative to the norms of one's culture. That is, whether an action is right or wrong depends on the moral norms of the society in which it is practiced. Next, moral skepticism. Moral skepticism names a diverse collection of views that deny or raise doubts about various roles of reason in morality. Different versions of moral skepticism deny or doubt moral knowledge, justified moral belief, moral truth, moral facts or properties, and reasons to be moral. Skepticism is an understanding that teaches humans to be suspicious, not easy to believe, and to stop being careful about the actions of others. The next is moral nihilism. Moral nihilism is the meta-ethical view that ethical claims are generally false. It holds that there are no objective moral facts or true propositions, that nothing is morally good, bad, wrong, right, etc., because there are no moral truths. So, everyone's ethics is different, depending on the person, place, situation, and so on. But one thing we have to remember is that ethics is the limit for us not to be unkind. Through this ethics, we will be respected by others. So everyone, I think that's all the presentation about ethics. I hope it can be useful for you. I'm sorry for the mistake and thank you for the attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.